Hi guys, this is your October 2019 reading. I'm sorry, I'm kind of like, I was almost midway through your reading when the camera cut off, and talking about that things will be exposed. So I'm going to show you your cards really quickly again and go through this all over again. I am a priestess in the Afro-Cuban tradition, so I do read from an Afro-Cuban spiritualist perspective. So Spirit helped me to pull Orisha tarot cards out, and this is the message that your spirit guides have delivered to me. And then I will pull advice from Odu, which is basically our sacred doctrine. In my tradition, it's our sacred doctrine that governs our everyday life, helps us to make decisions to make sure that we fulfill our destinies in the most positive, successful way possible. Okay, so if this information resonates with you, by all means, like, share, and subscribe. Also, look at earlier videos that I posted for your particular sign, because these energies that come in the readings can prevail for several days, several weeks, or several months, depending on how spiritually evolved you are. Okay, and definitely feel free to share it with others. So I'm just going to kind of backtrack. I'm a little frustrated because I went through a whole presentation of the cards, and now I have to go back. All right, so there were 7 cards that came for you. 5 of the 7 came reverse. The first card was Iku. And Iku in traditional tarot means death. This card came reverse. So something that you thought was over is not over. Okay. Whatever cycle you're in, whoever you're with, whatever you're doing, it's not over. Things are at a standstill right now. Iku in my tradition is an osobo. It's not a good energy, and basically Iku basically travels around the world. It's a spirit that travels around the world looking to take souls, looking to take people to the underworld with him. Okay, and so Iku came reversed. So it's something that you were spared as well. Something is holding back this Iku, this death, from taking you. Sometimes Iku can take you through sickness, and through other manifestations, okay? But for some reason, Iku is being held up. It's being stopped. And your spirit guides, spirit, the divine, is stepping in to prevent this calamity for you, okay? The next card that came up was the Four of Coins, okay, the Four of Earth, which is the Four of Coins. And in traditional tarot, it talks about someone being miserly, greedy, um, just kind of like stingy with their money, not giving, holding on to money, penny pinching. It could be that money was tight, but it came reversed. So it could mean that now money is flowing abundantly for you, that you can give more freely to those who need it. Um, it also could mean that you just given too much to the point where you don't have anything, and maybe that's the reason why you are hanging on to money for as long as you did. Maybe that's why you are not sharing and not giving as freely as you used to. Okay, so this came reverse. You have the Three of Fire. So the Three of Fire is actually the Three of Wands. And in traditional tarot, the Three of Wands talks about waiting for your ships to come in. Okay, so, but this came reversed. So your ships are not coming in. There is a holdup. There's something is stalled. There's a blockage or an obstacle that's preventing your ships from coming in. Also, in looking at the interpretation of this picture here, you see that there's 3 torches. There's illumination there, and it's illuminating wealth. That's right below. It's illuminating gold, a bag full of treasures and wealth and prosperity. Well, it came reversed. So you're not illuminated. You could potentially be in darkness. It could be that your judgment is clouded, that you're not focused, that there's distractions, and therefore you can't see the riches and the prosperity. You can't attain or obtain those riches and prosperity because of this blockage or obstacle from you attaining it. Okay, so we're going to go into more detail about what is happening, what's blocking it, and how you can come up out of that which is blocking you. It also shows what's prominent too is these three torches. So you could be involved in a third party situation, which you initially may have thought was good or beneficial to you, which is really turning out to be a nightmare of a situation. It came reversed. Okay. And so that third party situation, whether you're the one who initiated, who was seeing someone on the side, or someone that you were with was seeing someone on the side, those circumstances have changed for the negative, okay? And so that third party situation could be affecting your blessings, and positive things coming in for you. You have the earth that came reversed. So the earth in traditional tarot is the world, okay? And so the world in traditional tarot talks about new beginnings, right? But this came reversed. So there's no new beginning. The cycle that you're in is still happening. Okay. And it shows all of these animals around you. I'm viewing you as being the earth. Okay. And that you are very restricted. There's a lot of social pressure, societal pressure, peer pressure around you. There's pressure around you. These people are, it's showing that these animals are bigger than you, and that they're asserting their will against you. Okay. And so this is what may be holding you back from progressing. This may be what is preventing you from starting a new cycle. This may be what's causing the cloudiness, the darkness, that's preventing the illumination, and forward movement, and you attaining your riches and happiness and wealth and prosperity. Okay, so just keep this in mind. I'm seeing this snake encompassing the earth, and it's almost like choking it. So you may feel bound and restricted, emotionally, mentally, and even physically. Okay, because you have these very powerful energies around you asserting their will. Um, you definitely have all the elements here too. You have water, you have air, you have earth, and you have fire. And so it could be that someone could be working you using alchemy, magic, working roots, asserting themselves spiritually against you, um, or on you to kind of manipulate you to keep you tied, and bound to a situation. Okay, so just be mindful of that. This card did come reverse. You have the next card is Oshala Obatala. And so in my tradition, we have orishas, which are the different aspects of God that we can connect with connect with here on this earth, or we can identify with, or yeah, connect with. And so Obatala is one of those orishas. It's the male aspect of God that deals with the head, with thinking, with mental thought. Obatala created all of the heads in this world. And so Obatala is in the top portion of this. Obatala is looking down on you from the heavens, and is trying to help you to find your way. You were down here. It's showing you in like kind of like a fighting stance, like you're battling with things emotionally, mentally, spiritually, maybe even physically. And Obatala is not happy with your present circumstances, okay? But Obatala is here trying to help you. And I think because Obatala's energy is so prominent, Obatala is keeping this death energy, this Iku energy away from you, from taking you, from totally destroying your life, okay? But you really have to be mindful, like to heed his advice and his energy and his presence. You can start by tapping into Obatala's energy and gaining the clarity you need to get out of that fogginess. You can start illuminating your mind by dressing in white, by taking white baths. You can find the white bath recipe on I think the discussion community section of my channel. White baths, you can wear white, sleep in white sheets, do not sleep in the dark, do a lot of prayer and meditation, mantras, which I also have featured on my channel, yoga, Reiki, anything that's going to help to connect you with spirit again. It seems like you are tied to very earthly things, okay? And those earthly things can take you down a road of despair and desperation, um, and can bring Iku and your downfall, okay? And Obatala is here trying to save you. Obatala is trying to save you by all means, okay? And he's seeing that you're battling, that you're in this battle mode, that you're trying your best to get the clarity you need. Um, just tap into that energy. You're definitely going to have to do a lot of cleaning, spiritual cleanings. You definitely need a head cleaning. You can take some coconut water, cool coconut water, pour it on your head, wrap your head in white, stay in white, stay cool, calm, and collected. You steer clear of drugs and alcohol, anything that's going to cloud your judgment, okay? To be clear during this month of October so you can get right, okay? And you can turn all these reverse cards into the upright position and get your wealth and your blessings. It's also showing here in this card, there's a pair of birds. So birds are going to be very important to you. Birds are messengers of spirit. They send messages through spirit, okay? Your ancestors can manifest themselves into birds. And birds are going to be very important for you. It shows this pair of birds here that's over you. So, definitely be mindful of potential for twins. If you are pregnant or if someone you're with is pregnant, you could potentially have twins. And also, these pair of birds also talk about relationships and a connectedness to your soulmate, um, your divine masculine or your divine feminine, okay? And so, Obatala is saying that if you get yourself together, if you get right and you get clear and you get back on your spiritual path, you can have all of these blessings of love and happiness and fulfillment, okay? The next card that you have is the Sun. And so the Sun is great. Like the Sun is one of the best cards in the tarot. And this Orisha tarot, there are multiple meanings to this card. So you have the Sun prevailing. So anything that was hidden will now be exposed. Anything that you had doubts or concerns about or questions about, you will find out. It will be disclosed. Spirit, the divine will expose that which was hidden. Also, you're seeing these two suns down here. Those are twin suns, right? And so it's interesting that you got double birds, double doves in the Obatala card that came reversed. And now you're seeing doubles here again. So, like I said, the potential for pregnancy is great here. If you do get pregnant, there's a possibility that you could have twins, possibly fraternal twins here, a boy and a girl. This triangle here is basically representing the womb. And then the Ankh also represents the union of male and female energies. And so definitely if you're a female, you want to get your womb checked, you want to get your female parts checked, you want to definitely go to the OBGYN to make sure that your reproductive system is in good health and in function and functioning, but to also check to see if you're pregnant. This is a very fertile time. We are in October. This is October is ruled by Venus, and Venus deals with love and romance and fertility. And so this is definitely a very fertile period for you Libras, and whoever you're with or whoever has Libra in their chart. And so you just definitely want to be mindful of the potential for pregnancy. Okay. You have Yemaya here. So Yemaya is another Orisha. That is the feminine aspect of God. Yemaya is the mother of the world. Yemaya is the owner of all the oceans, all the bodies of water in the world, okay? The saltwater bodies, okay? Yemaya came upright. So Yemaya is also here announcing the potential for pregnancy. You definitely have water here. And so fertility is great. So during this time period, it could be the next several days, couple of weeks, the next month, October. This is going to be a very fertile time. Yamaya deals with children and fertility, wealth, and abundance. Okay. Yamaya can also announce the pregnancy of someone. You could be pregnant. Your spouse or your partner could be pregnant, or there could be a birth of ideas, things coming to light, things coming to fruition. It would also serve you to do a Yemaya bath. If you live near the ocean, you could definitely get in the water up into your ankles or your knees. Make sure you get Yemaya's ocean waters all over you. That will clean you. That will give you the clarity you need. You can also do a Yemaya bath, which is taking a bowl of water, adding 7 teaspoons or 7 drops of molasses, stirring with your left hand, saying prayers, and asking Yemaya to help you to get back on track, to give you the clarity, to bring the wealth and prosperity and abundance that you've been praying for. And hopefully, Yemaya, between Yemaya and Obatala, they will. Unblock any roads um, that had obstacles, okay? Because clearly there's a block. There's something preventing you from moving forward, okay? And so Abatala and Yemaya are showing up here. Um, Yemaya is also talking about taking care of yourself. So you definitely want to take care of yourself, invest in yourself, um, and cultivate. Your mind, your body, and your spirit, okay? And there's water here. So the waters, Yamaya is saying definitely make sure you drink a lot of water. You stay hydrated because you're made mostly of water. Your cells are made mostly of water. Also, too, you need to watch your salt intake. You have Obatala here. So Obatala owns all things that are white cloth, white food. So you definitely have to be careful of your intake of white foods like sugar and salt. So just make sure you check your blood for salt, high salt levels, so that you don't get hypertension, okay? High blood pressure. You have the Two of Air. So the Two of Air is the Two of Wands, and this is basically you making a decision. I'm sorry. This is the Two of Air. Sorry, this is the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords is you being at a stalemate. That's in traditional tarot. But here it shows two beautiful swans, and it shows a beautiful heart in between. So in this card here, it could be that you have to choose between two people that may be very similar in nature, that may have a lot of the qualities that you like. and that you're at a crossroads where you know you're trying to decide who it is that you're going to be with. All right. Which lover you're going to be with. All right. And so this is a definite possibility. You have the birds showing up. Like birds are really important to you. So just be mindful of that. Also, these are swans. So Spirit is also telling you to stay clean spiritually, to not get involved in people's drama and people's muck. Okay. Because you need to like take care of your own garden, your own space, your own self before you can run and help others. But it is showing that there's a decision that has to be made, possibly between two people. It could be between two people, two jobs, two positions. But I'm feeling like it's two people because there is a heart here. So it could be in matters of the heart and love. And there again, you have water. So you definitely want to take spiritual baths, all right? Any kind of baths that are going to uplift you and give you the clarity and the strength that you need. There's no real one earth, air, fire, water that predominates this reading. Um, there are some material, financial challenges here, but that will turn around, okay? It's really about you illumination in your head, all right, and how you're moving and how you're navigating during this month of October. Okay, I know it's your birthday month, and this may sound a bit heavy, but really you have the sun here predominating. You have Yemaya no Batala standing up for you, but you definitely have decisions to make, and this is the month really where you're going to have to like work on yourself. Um, Reach your higher self, okay? And you're going to reach your higher self through tapping into Obatala's energy, through praying and prayer and meditation and doing the spiritual work you need to be able to move forward. So you may want to get a pen and something to write with. I mean, a pen and a piece of paper. I'm going to be pulling Odu. And remember, Odu is basically spirit talking, giving you messages to help you um, live the best life possible, right? So I'm going to take a couple of seconds to shuffle the cards. And like I said, get something to write with because there could be a lot of information, okay? And the spirits will speak in sayings and it may sound like a riddle, but we'll decipher and discern what spirit is trying to say. So just give me a couple seconds. Okay, that should be enough. I had to light the candle because your candle went out. I'm gonna light this candle real quick. Okay, so let's get started to see what Spirit has to say. Okay, so Spirit is saying that do not let things of value cheapen. All right, so Spirit is basically telling you um, that you have blessings, all right, or you have blessings, um, but you may not be giving them enough time and energy to cultivate them. And so basically, if they cheapen, they're not going to be of any value, right? And it's basically the interpretation here is like, when you're dealing with people, you definitely want to make sure you value them, value what you have. Basically, what it's saying, if you don't value what you have, you're going to lose it. All right, that's the overall message. All right. Spirit is saying that you tend to get used a lot, whether you want to own up to it or not. Spirit's saying that you tend to get used a lot. Um, if you're a woman, you definitely got to be careful of men who are on the party scene, who like to dress nice, who party a lot, who, have a lot of like, swag, very machismo. They're very showy, like nice things. You definitely got to be careful of that because these men could potentially take advantage of you. So just be mindful of that, okay? Because this old dude talks about being used. If there's any elderly or elder people that, talk to you and try and give you advice, don't dismiss them. Listen to them because they definitely have pearls of wisdom. They have knowledge that could help you get to the next level. Okay. Be careful of doing errands, running errands alone, especially if you're a woman, because there's a potential for rape to happen. Okay. Be careful of running errands at night. Be careful of going in dark places, dark alleys, abandoned streets, being by yourself because the potential for rape exists. Okay. Be careful of unknown roads. So, when you're driving, be very careful of going down dark roads. Make sure you have plenty of gas, that the car is in working order, and that you're with someone. Spirit is saying like you start things but you don't finish. So, you need to start finishing what you start to start seeing the fruits of your labor. All right. Be careful of going out at 12 noon and 12 midnight. Um, there are energies that preside over these times of day, right? There's phenomena, okay? And one of the phenomena at midnight, especially, is Iku. So Iku is all around you. Death is all around you. You may have heard that someone passed away. Someone is about to pass away. That's another possibility. But Iku is around. So, Iku came reversed. So you have managed to avoid um, Iku or death's grasp, all right, if you will. However, if you go out at midnight or if you're outside around midnight, you definitely want to take shelter. You want to run into a bodega, a corner store, run into a convenience store, sit in your car until after midnight strikes, and then you can definitely go outside. But like midnight, that peak hour, 12 midnight, is you definitely don't want to be out there because Iku is flying around, moving around, looking to see what souls can be taken. Okay. Um, Spirit is saying that you need to organize yourself. You need to really make use of a calendar, use your Google Calendar. You really need to organize yourself because there's a lot of chaos. There's confusion. There's disorder here, okay? And all of these like disorder, chaos, confusion, iku, these are all osobos. There's osobo around you, which is negative energy, okay? Which can manifest itself in a number of different ways. But, you definitely want to get through this by staying focused. Organize yourself and organize your life. Watch sick people coming to your house, okay? Because the sick people can leave sickness behind. Okay. Sickness, yeah, definitely has a physical origin. It could be bacteria, viruses, mutations in cells like cancers and stuff like that. But also sickness, in my tradition, we call it ano, can be caused by negative spirits. Okay. Spirits like cool, negative egg wounds, negative spiritual energies that are around you, okay? And so that person that comes to your house that's sick, their sickness, their physical sickness could have been caused by a spirit, right? And then if that person comes to your house and then they leave, they can leave that spirit behind, and then that spirit can cause sickness in you. It can manifest itself in your body as sickness, as growths, as tumors, as cancer, as things of that nature, okay? Definitely be careful about talking around your children about your private business, because they're listening and they can take this information, they can talk about it in school with their friends, and a teacher can get wind of it, a counselor can get wind of it, and then it causes drama, unnecessary drama. Excuse me. People must pay what they owe before you do any work for them, okay? Because there is a history of you being taken advantage of people using you, um, whether you like to admit that or not. Don't do any work for people until they pay you first. That's the bottom line. Spirit is like tired of you being taken advantage. You got to value yourself. And Yemaya comes in talking about value and wealth and prosperity. She has the comb in the mirror, so she's talking about basically you knowing your worth, knowing your value. All right. If you're a woman, definitely be careful of falling for men, these men that I mentioned before, because there's a potential for you to get pregnant and these men will leave you. So don't think that by getting pregnant you're going to keep this man, because spirit is warning you. You get pregnant, there's a potential for this man to leave you and or cheat on you. Okay, so a spirit is just warning you ahead of time. Um, Also, if you're traveling a lot, you got to be careful, because spirit is basically saying you traveling a lot can bring sickness, can make you sick. Okay, you're traveling, you're going all over the world, you're going to these different states, different countries, sleeping in different rooms, you're picking up people's different energies. Remember, when people stay in places, they leave their spiritual imprint. When people wear clothes, they leave their spiritual imprint. Okay, that's why, in my tradition, once you are initiated to the highest initiation, you really should not be going to thrift stores wearing secondhand clothes, because not everyone that has brought their clothes to these stores has led a good life, who has had good luck and blessings, okay? And so by you wearing these secondhand clothes, you're taking on the people's spiritual energy, which could be negative, all right? And then that could ruin your life. Now, if you don't have anything and you got to rely on secondhand clothes, I get that. But you definitely got to be careful. Um, Basically, Spirit is saying happiness is found in the home. Happiness is found in the home. So, like, if you need to travel, try and, touch base with home. Make some pit stops at home before you go back out again. All right. Too much of running out and about. There's too many energies that you're coming into contact with. It's too much. And then these energies will attach to you because of your light, because of a likeness to someone that the spirit used to be connected to. And so, um, you become like this vessel, this magnet for all these spirits, and all these spirits on you that you're collecting from going to country, state to state, hotel to hotel. It becomes so heavy on you. It becomes like baggage, to the point where you're exhausted. You have no energy to do anything. You barely drag yourself to work, to function, or to these events that you're going to. Okay, so just be very careful of that. Don't lend anything out, like I said, because people leave spiritual imprints. You can wash the clothes 1,000 times in bleach, ammonia, whatever. The spiritual imprint of the person is going to be on the clothes. So if the person that borrowed your clothes is depressed or has bad luck, they give it back to you and you put it on, then you're going to get their bad luck and depression. Okay? Especially if you're not like spiritually developing yourself, if you're not in prayer, if you're not in meditation. So the other thing is, and Obatala talks about this. Obatala came reverse. I don't know if it's something about your temper, and you are an air sign, so you got to be really careful with your temper. Obatala is coming and say you need to cool that head, okay? Because hot-headedness is going to get you in trouble. Okay, you will have problems. There will be fights. You could potentially go to jail. Worst case, prison. So just be careful. There's Spirit is saying that there is someone that visits your house that is very dangerous. Okay. And you will know who this person is. They have a unique nickname. There's a nickname they have. You're going to have to be mindful of this person. This person can be dangerous in a number of ways. You don't know the record that this person has, if they have a criminal record or not. If you have children, you definitely don't want to leave your children alone or around this person. Okay, because you don't know if this person was a molester. You don't know if this person was abused sexually and never resolved it, never had counseling or therapy, because with this abuse tends to repeat itself, okay, if it's not properly coped with and dealt with. Or this person could have people after them, and then they follow this person to your house, and then they open fire, everyone gets shot up, and everyone's dead, okay, or robbed, So Spirit is saying, be very, very careful of this particular person that has a nickname, a unique nickname that you let into your house. However, the good thing is, and that's why the sun came up, that luck is here. Luck is coming, okay? And so with luck, in order to cultivate that luck, you definitely need to take some herb baths. So you can get some fresh mint, some fresh parsley. You can get a bowl of water, cool water, and start ripping the leaves. Rip the leaves up in the water. And you're releasing the Ache, the life force, the magical, spiritual properties of these herbs. You're releasing it into the water. Keep ripping, and you're praying for wealth and abundance to break any spells or curses, anything that has been thrown against you, any bad luck. And you're ripping as you're praying for your wealth and your blessings to come in. Then you're going to pull out all of the leaves with the green water. You're going to do a regular physical bath with soap and water. And then you're going to dump this water over your head. Okay. You can do this bath anywhere from, you could do a 3-day bath with it. You could spread it out over 3 days. You could do 5 days or 6 days, even 7 days. Okay. And this will help to open up your wealth to come in. Spirit is saying, if you are someone who likes a lot of women, you got to leave these women alone. And you need to focus. If you have children, focus on your children, or focus on one woman, okay? Because multiple women's going to bring a lot of problems and issues if it hasn't already done. Yeah, if it hasn't already happened. Okay, so just be mindful of that. Watch what you say, because you can turn things around. Your Ache, your power of manifestation. You can create things and you can destroy things with your words. All right, so just be careful of watching what you say. All right. The next Odu the Spirit's talking through is, yet again, you got to watch what you say. Watch what you say. Watch what you say in your house. Because it's saying here the walls have ears. So I don't know if it's like a neighbor that's nosy. You definitely have some people watching you. You got people watching you. You have people listening to your conversations. Watch the people in your house and you talking about certain things. Don't let your plans be known, because people will try to sabotage those plans. Okay? If you're expecting money, um, going on a trip, buying something, keep those plans to yourself. If you're pregnant, do not disclose that information, okay? Um, just be very careful of your plans, especially when it deals with money, because they're saying, Spirit is saying that there could be a potential loss in wealth, okay? Loss in your money and your finances, okay? By you basically talking, you lose your blessings. Okay, you deflate your blessings by talking too much about it. Okay, give things a chance to manifest. Okay, manifestation happens through the growing, the increase in energy. All right, and so if you're talking, you're deflating that energy like a balloon. All right, and then people are then um, imposing their willpower, their energy, their ache through obsessing about things that you say, and they can have an impact on your ability to manifest things in your life. Okay. And like I said in other videos with other signs, people do have that ability. People come into the world. You don't have to be initiated as a priest in any particular tradition. It could be that your ache, your ability to manifest, your spiritual energy is really strong because of your ancestral ties, right? Some people get initiated, they have to do a lot of work, prayer, and meditation to get to that point. So everyone is different. So people do have an impact on others' outcomes and success, okay? Um, Now, if you're in prayer and meditation, then they can't have that much of an effect on you because you're blocking it. Your spiritual energy is built up. Your light is built up. Your guides and protections are strong. You have a whole army behind you, so no one can defeat you. And certainly, initiation into certain spiritual traditions protects you as well. Okay, but if you're not in any of that, you are a sitting duck. Okay, so don't go talking about your plans and stuff like that, especially if you're not, you know, in prayer and meditation and doing stuff to build yourself up spiritually. Um, and the final ado that Spirit wants to say to you is that if the person does not know the laws that they must live by and be on the good side of them, then they will be on the other side. So basically, Spirit is saying that you must know and abide by the laws of the land. Okay? You must abide by the laws of the land, or else there will be um, lots of issues for you. All right? Be careful. The Spirit wants you to be careful of things that fall, of falling objects. So be careful when you're walking near construction sites. Be careful of things over top of your head, because there could be something that falls on you. And Obatala came reversed. So remember, Obatala is the male aspect of God that deals with the head, anything with the head. So you definitely have to be mindful of protecting your head at this time. Spirit is saying that your nerves could be bad. Your nerves could be bad. You could be worrying about things. Like you could be confused. Like all of these people putting pressure on you, squeezing you, restricting you. Okay, this could be causing your nerves to be bad. Um, Spirit is saying that there's some kind of like scar on your foot. And I mean, they're just mentioning that because they're letting you know, like, they're present. So there's some kind of scar possibly on your foot. This is not going to apply to everyone, but Spirit is mentioning a scar on the foot. Also, that you may have some issues or challenges with your legs. I don't know if it's like circulation, pain. The Spirit is announcing this. Spirit is saying that um, if you have a male child, that spiritual work is definitely needed for that male child. You need to take that child to get a spiritual reading. have that child to get prayed over, have that child blessed, because this child needs help. Now, it could be that this child um, has such a blessing from the divine that this child could be a spiritual prodigy. That could be a spiritual leader in the making. Um, or that could mean that this child is at risk for harm or danger for some reason. So either way, this is your child. Spirit is saying you got to get this child help, and from a reputable person. Don't just take your child anywhere to do anything. Okay, it shouldn't be anything scary. All right, make sure your child is safe. But Spirit is saying if you have a male child, that child needs help. Okay, if you're pregnant with a male child, you may want to go get a reading, a spiritual reading with a babalao in my tradition or a santero, to find out what is needed for that male child that's in utero that has not yet been born. Um, if the child has been born, if it's a newborn, you definitely may want to consider getting a naming ceremony done, some kind of protection for this male child. Okay. Spirit is saying that you want your luck and your blessings to come in, and this is yet Obatala again. Obatala is saying, in order for your luck to come in, dress in white. I don't care if it's after Labor Day weekend. I don't care. White is hot. White is in. White is always in. Okay? Spirit is saying that if you want your luck and your blessings, wear more white. Even if it's a white t-shirt. Balance it out with those jeans. White bottoms. Wear white. Um, Spirit is saying that there's a business deal that you will be presented with, or you have been presented with, that is risky. So Spirit really wants you to think long and hard about this deal, okay? Because it is risky. Um, and because this deal is risky, and because you have to think hard about it, you definitely want your head to be clear. And this is why Obatala is here, okay? Definitely dress in white. Take care of your head. Like I said, no drugs and alcohol, because you're up against certain things right now, certain energies, and you need your head to be cleared. Um, Spirit is saying at this time in October, if a beggar comes up to you, asks you for money or for help, try your best to give to this person, okay? Because your blessings will be there. It could be that God is disguised, or Spirit is disguised in the form of this beggar, and it could be a test or a challenge, okay? It has the Four of Earth here, which talks about, holding on to your money very tightly, okay? But God could be testing you to see, like, okay, I blessed you with that money. Let's see what you do with it, okay? And so the gift of generosity, you may want to consider that. As long as you're safe, as long as the person who is begging or asking for money is not intimidating or threatening, consider giving to the poor. All right. Spirit is also saying check your stomach for digestion issues. Okay, there could be something wrong with your stomach and digestion issues, so definitely check that. Watch what you eat, watch what's in your diet, um, and just be mindful of that. Um, Spirit is also saying that your house is in shambles, and you got to get yourself together. I mean, your physical space. If clothes are thrown all over the place, if papers are all over the place, Spirit is saying you got to get that together. Because in that chaos, in that wreck, is bad luck. It's osobo. Okay? It's bad energy. It breeds bad energy. It pulls negative spirits, low vibration spirits and energies. It clouds your judgment and clouds your brain even more than what is already clouded. You got to get that under control. That's what Spirit is saying. It's really like the overall energy of this reading is really about you getting your head together. I know I just did the reading for September, so you definitely want to go back to the September reading, even go back to the August reading to kind of follow the storylines, follow how things unfold, okay? And look to see how you can get it together because, you have blessings here. You have your blessings waiting for you, all right? You have wealth, financial wealth. The world is at your hands, but you have all these people that are, you gotta get these people out of the way, right? Obatala is here to help you. So, you wearing white, tapping into to Obatala's energy, prayer, meditation. Yemaya is standing up for you, so you doing some Yemaya baths, taking a bath with ocean water. Just don't go in too deep, please. Like, don't go in past your knees because Yemaya's energy is big here. You could wind up getting swept out into the ocean, but definitely touch the water, feel the water, put the water over you, bathe in the water to give you the clarity you need because Yemaya is here. Yemaya will also bring light to things that um, are hidden, okay? And will give you the clarity you need. Um, and then, you have the keys to romance and passion and happiness and fulfillment. But, you definitely have some decisions to make. You definitely have some decisions to make. So, it is your birthday month. If you haven't had your birthday already in September, um, you definitely, it's going to be about self-improvement. But the foundation that you set here in this month, that will bring forth the happiness for the remainder of the year, possibly for the remainder of your life, right? But you got to get your foundation right this month. Got to get it right. Spirit is here watching you. Be careful of those being out late at night, please, because Iku, death is flying around looking to take souls, okay? Okay. So be very careful, stay cleaning yourself spiritually. Like I said, watch eating things, white things, sugars, salt, flour, things that are made with the white stuff. Just be very careful um, of going overboard with that and watching your health. All right. So if you have any questions, you can email me at ayabaswind, WYND 999 at gmail.com. And um, yeah, I will see you in a couple of weeks for your November 2019 reading, and hopefully many of these challenges will be resolved. And if not, you just continue to work. You can go to my featured the channel and also playlist for the mantras and get on it. Say your 108 mantras in the morning, 108 at night. Be prayerful, dress in white, work, chip away at it so you can turn your wealth, get unstuck, all right, and remove these blockages and obstacles so you can achieve your greatness, all right? So I will see you in a few weeks.